Eloquence. Eloquence. What a fascinating word. Eloquence. It uniquely describes a form of power, the power of language, the power to articulate specific wants or needs, the power to persuade the listener to consider and possibly accept another point of view, a point of view the listener may never have been previously aware of. It is my purpose to be eloquent. It is also the purpose of the District Attorney's Office to be eloquent. And somewhere amidst all this eloquence, you, the listeners, the jury, must discover justice. Now, all power is corruptible, and language is no exception. The use of language can be used to hide the truth, mangle it, disguise it, and then pronounce it as fact. We know this, and the truth is, there are no facts in this case other than the fact that someone was shot and killed by a bullet from a gun. Everything else you've heard in this courtroom is the use of language, power plays, half-truths, and opinions expressed by those articulate enough to play the game of criminal law. And believe me, Mr. Johnson and I have been playing this game for a long time, and we are both very good players. Now, Ralphie Cooper sits over there. Nerve damage to both arms, cataracts in both eyes, and he knows for a fact that he's incapable of even lifting a gun, let alone aiming it and firing it. And I have put on eloquent doctors who have agreed with this fact. And Mr. Johnson has put on equally eloquent doctors who have disagreed with this fact. Where's the truth? I have brought in witnesses who have testified that Ralphie was not at the scene of the crime when it occurred. And Mr. Johnson has brought in witnesses who have testified that Ralphie was at the scene of the crime when it occurred. Where's the truth? Right here. Right here inside Ralphie Cooper. Trapped. Trapped inside a body that cannot articulate its soul. Trapped by the endless humiliations and degradations of a homeless life. Living off of scraps of food and half-empty bottles of booze. A life made senseless by inability to choose well, to choose sensibly. There is no eloquence here, only pain. Did Ralphie Cooper pick up a gun, aim it, fire it, and kill Lawrence Weeds, a small market store owner? I think not. I think the district attorney's office was in a big hurry. How else could you explain their choice of the accused? They never found the actual murder weapon, and in lieu of that fact, they simply found someone who was incapable of arguing with their point of view. God knows they've got thousands of inarticulate homeless people to choose from. Indiscriminate discrimination. It's convenient, saves a lot of work, satisfies the public. It was just Ralphie's unlucky day. There are words and there are actions. One has only to look at this man to see that he is clearly incapable of the actions he's accused of. The case against this man is a fraud, a complete and total verbal fraud. This man is not guilty of anything other than the waste of his own life. Eloquence. is also described as clarity of thought. I pray that you, the listeners, the jury, are the truly eloquent ones here today.